So recruitment and selection process, we need to move, right? So what is actually there in recruitment and selection process, like what we are going to do in this chapter, that is introduction, company profile, and what kind of companies they are going to recruit, what is the process of recruitment, what's its meaning, and then we'll be moving with the selection, uski definition and its selection process is there in this particular PPT. So as you all are working on this project, like already I have communicated to you कि आपको एक company या किसी person के particular credentials and all what they are doing in their company, you are supposed to prepare one project. ठीक है? So recruitment and selection process will be based on what kind of company we people are running. Okay. So what kind of employees you people wish to have, how they are going to, what is that? So recruitment actually is the definition, if we can move it, like recruitment is the form of first stage in the process, which continues with the selection and then it sees with the placement of the candidates. We have already shared this, right? Like if we can move with this, I can move with the spotlight. Recruitment. Like recruitment is actually the process. This is the first stage how we are handling, right? क्या करते हैं हम सबसे पहले whenever we are going into a company, हमारा जो first step है that is recruitment. Okay? So किसी भी कंपनी का कोई भी प्रोसेस रिक्रूटमेंट के बिना स्टार्ट नहीं होगा, जैसे हम ऑलरेडी हम लोग क्लास में डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, राइट? After that only the next further step is selection. So I have already communicated to you that you are supposed to move with that recruitment definition, you all should know. Then what is the process in this particular recruitment? How? So these are the four, like five steps actually, that how we move for the recruitment process. So till time what you all have done, आपने रिक्रूटमेंट की डेफिनेशन कर चुके हो आप, हम लोग सोर्सेज ऑफ इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल recruitment we have gone through. So let's have a look upon that, what is the recruitment process. So first thing what we need to do is we have to plan. What to plan? क्या plan करना है? Like who are the person, right? How many persons I need for this particular job profile? If my company is on large scale, how many persons I need? How I'm going to recruit them? So first process, first step is planning. Then you will be developing a strategy, like how to have those persons. क्या profile रहेगी? What will be the education qualification of that? Whether I need any experienced person, कोई experienced person मुझे चाहिए, right? So I will be scrutinizing that what kind of persons I want to recruit, right? मुझे experience चाहिए, whether that person is available in my own company or not, whether that person I will be hiring from outside, whether I will be asking from that, like the way you plan, you will be moving accordingly. 8.1. Admin. My voice is okay, beta? So these are the 5 steps, like strategy development, then searching for those persons. आपकी searching कहीं से भी हो सकती है, like whether from the internal system, you will be internal, your company view, and from that you can recruit the persons, or from the external sources. It depends upon you that how you want to proceed with that. 2 students are still waiting. Then we will be searching for them. Then we have to scrutinize. फिर screening करनी है हम, right? तो screening का क्या process रहता है? like if you are having like 1,000 forms you have received, आपने like you have sent that application, those all the student, all the persons, or the like with good job profiles, whatever you have asked, जो आपने plan किया उसके accordingly लोगों ने apply किया, like they have sent their application. अब हम सारे अगर 1,000 applications है आपके पास, we can't call all the persons, so we'll be having some screening sort of that. So screening means you will be screening out that actually what are the like what you have planned कि मुझे एक experienced person चाहिए, and or freshers we can also include, and as per the education qualification. So you will start screening that how many persons have sent, whether these particular parameters they are fulfilling, जो parameters आपने set किए उसके accordingly ही लोगों ने apply किया है, and then you will be screening out. तो हो सकता है out of 1,200 straight away at the first step, though all those will be rejected, all those applicant can be rejected. So that can also be one of the way. So first step is calling for the application. When they have applied, then what you will be doing, you will be screening them. Then screening kya hai? Like only sorting out that whatever I have received which is suitable for this particular job, so that I can further move for the selection process. So before selection process, that can be one of the step, that should be one of the step, that screening it out and just sorting out, we can say हम सॉर्ट आउट करेंगे कि 1,000 एप्लीकेंट्स जिन्होंने अप्लाई किया है, कोई उनकी ऐसा तो नहीं है कोई एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया कोई फुलफिल नहीं कर रहा है, सो स्ट्रेट वे विल बी रिजेक्टिंग ऑल दोज एप्लीकेशंस. टिल दिस इज इट ओके? यू वांट टू आस्क एनीथिंग?
No, ma'am.
It's okay, no? So first step, planning. You will be developing your strategy, then you will be searching for that in your own organization, that will be called internal process, and then you will be searching for the external process, that will be done. Then after that, whatever, then they will be applying for that job, you will, for that is all in the process of recruitment. Then you will be screening it out, जो applicants किसी भी eligibility criteria में अगर वो fall नहीं कर रहे हैं, कुछ documentation की वजह से if you need to reject, then straight away rejections, that will be the part of screening. Then you will be evaluating that, and then you will be further moving towards your selection process, right? So these are the process. You can frame out one diagram or some flow chart, and you can write all these points into it. Okay, then wait. So these are the steps what we have gone through. First step is the recruitment planning process. Okay. Then we move towards strategy development. These are all make or buy employees, technological or sophistication of the recruitment and selection devices. Then geographical distribution of labor markets comprising. This is actually the sorting out of one of the company. So how they are developing in the very starting in this particular slide, what we have gone through, कि किसी कंपनी का प्रोफाइल है, how they have developed their own strategy in their company, right? अगर हम बिल्कुल स्टार्टिंग वाले पेज पे जाओ ना, तो just have a look. भी इसमें ना ये एड्स आ रही, so let me resume. Next process, next further after scrutinizing and all the things, then you will be moving towards your selection process. अब selection process में क्या है? Like you have to choose the right person out of those 800. जो हमने applications हमारे पास 1,000 applications आई, then we have sorted out, then 800 persons, and now we have to choose out of those. So there should be a process. How to select? How many to select? So it all depends upon the planning in the recruitment, what you have done, that how you are going to move, how many persons you are going to select. Okay. So either on the basis of experience. So there is very small difference between the recruitment and the selection procedure, but they have to move with the step by step. So you are supposed to go through the definition, like it's a process of differentiating between the applicants in order to identify. क्या identify करना है? Those with the greater likelihood of success. So those persons who are going to actually benefit your company, either by the way of their experience, either by the way of their way of doing, either by the way of their strategy. वो कोई भी प्रोसेस हो सकता है, उनकी क्वालिफिकेशन हो सकती है, उनके बेसिस पे then you will be looking into that how these person are going to help me to achieve my company's goal. तो जो आपकी कंपनी के गोल को अचीव करने में आपको हेल्प करेगा, that will be the right person. Okay, so I have to choose out of those 800. I'm just giving an example. So out of those 800, who are the best one, who are actually going to achieve my organizational goals, who are actually going to help me to achieve my organizational goals. Okay, so those persons to be selected. Then your selection process. Now how to move with that? So your simple selection process, move with the interview session. So when we are going with the interview session, so interviews, then selection can be based on the screening of the test, prelim test dal do, mains test dalo, as in the civil services. What, how they are, this is their process, that like you will be applying, then you will be called for those papers. You have to go through the preliminary test, then you will be moving through the mains test. Okay, then usme se jo scrutinize hote hain, then they will be performing in the interview. So in selection process of every company is different. It depends upon their viewpoint. So it is not like that if this process is given, that will be applicable to different company also. So every company have their own way of selecting. They have their own selection policies. They have their own selection process. So it depending upon आपकी कंपनी क्या चाहती है, आपकी कंपनी का क्या गोल है, according to that they will be moving with their selection process. So your thing can be starting with the preliminary interview round. So in that particular preliminary round, the students, the applicants will be sorted. Then some kind of selection test can be there. Selection test can be like in if we move with the IT companies, अगर IT companies की interviews का हम देखें तो उसमें क्या करते हैं, like they give them task to perform, like practical aspect they see. So depending upon job, in which job you are applying and what is your company, what they want, according to that किसी को practical work करने के लिए दिया जाता है, किसी को field work करने के लिए दिया जा सकता है. Some in some of the ways, some of the companies, the selection process starts with the like written exam. So depending upon company to company, right? Like you people are, most of the students have they are interested in joining Punjab police, right? If police exam you are giving, so there one step will be there for physical examination. Yes, आपका practical लिया जाएगा, आप written भी देंगे, आप practical भी देंगे, then your medical will be there. So at any of the selection process you can be selected or you can be rejected. So there can be different steps, different areas where you need to perform, because every company, every area, every business have their own selection procedures, their own organizational goals. So depending upon an organization in which you are going to be selected, depending upon their own area of process, that you will be moving through the selection process. So isme kya hai? Like in this particular, how they are dealing with their process, like it is preliminary interview, then they will be moving with the selection test, they'll be moving with the employment interview. Okay, then रेफरेंस एंड बैकग्राउंड, दी हार्ड वर्ड्स अकॉर्डिंग टू इट. हमने बात की थी कल, किसी की रेफरेंस हो सकती है, रिकमेंडेशन हो सकती है, बैकग्राउंड चेक हो सकता है कि ये पर्सन कौन सी कंपनी से आया है, एंड दैट कंपनी, हाउ दैट कंपनी वाज परफॉर्मिंग, व्हाट वाज his position in his or her position in that particular company, how that person have performed. If they want to change from that company to here, then what is the reason behind it? Like the selection decision can be taken according to that, है ना? कि लाइक आप कौन सी कंपनी से मूव हो रहे हो, आपका एम्प्लॉय टर्नओवर कहाँ से हो रहा है, राइट? इफ यू वांट टू चेंज दैट कंपनी, तो आप में प्रॉब्लम है या उस कंपनी में प्रॉब्लम है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दैट. इफ यू वांट एनी हाइक, दैट मींस डेफिनेटली आप पुरानी सैलरी पे तो नहीं मूव करोगे. तो you it is the step for that particular organization which you are going to join, that they'll be asking you in the interview that why you are turning, why you are moving from that, right? So after that, some how selection is, this physical examination can be a part of some of the companies. Some companies don't take it, consider it as selection process. जहाँ पे हमारी like physical examination नहीं चाहिए, तो they never do. This step can be skipped depending upon company to company. Then once whole process of selection is being done, then the job will be offered to you, and that also will be offered with a like immediately आपको permanent post पे नहीं बिठाया जाता, we all know. So some kind of probation period can be given to that person, right? So job offer will be given with certain terms and conditions that up to this time we'll see to it. Then all the terms and conditions, if you will be following that particular conditions, then this job will be given to you, that place will be given to. So these kind of, depending again, depending upon company to company, which company you people are going to join, and what is their selection process, how, what is their job file, how they select the persons, how much probation period, किसी का 6 months का probation period होता है, किसी का 1 year का होता है, किसी का 2 year का होता है, depending upon company to company. So every company have their own job offers, own job profiles. Whole selection process depends upon them, right? Then the contract of employment will be done. Definitely, some documentations will be completed in this particular process only. Then evaluation of selection program will be there. That as per your qualification, as per your test, as per your skills, as per your interview, as per your place, this place we are providing you. Whether you are okay with it, then all next process will be completed. I hope you are okay with this selection process.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Anything you want to ask? It's fine. So with
Yes,
this, okay, if you need to ask, then you are free to ask. Okay, let's move towards next. Let's see what is there given in. So these are what I have already discussed with you, that preliminary interviews, then elimination of unqualified applicants, and the selection test will be there. Just have a look. Sir, एक second. I will be sharing this in your group. So employment interview, then reference and backgrounds. You can have a look on this, right? Then selection decision, physical examination. I have already discussed all these things, job offer, contract for employment, evaluation and selection program. Then we'll be moving with all these. So this is how this company have moved. So both so it's your work now, like